Good morning and welcome to the VSA Capital 5-Minute Morning Mining. It's the 1st of November. We're definitely in autumn. The clocks have gone back. It was a wet and windy, blowy weekend. And how are you, Paul?
I'm well, thank you. And it's a nice, bright, sunny morning here, actually.
Well, it was actually a very pleasant cycle ride, and it has to be said. I had a slight tailwind. Actually, it was in 35 minutes, which is a pretty good time. Anyway, let's turn to what we've got. There's not a lot of news out today, actually, to be honest. There's obviously COP26 has got underway, and there's a lot of, bluster and hot air in that one as well. I think that's obviously going to have various mining companies being talked about, etc., etc., etc. But what do you want to talk about this morning, Paul?
Oh, I thought I'd start off with Kazatomprom's quarterly update. Kazatomprom being the London quoted but global uranium producer. One of the key points I wanted to show there is that they're actually producing now more uranium than they had been previously, but they're not actually selling it, which means that they're building their internal inventory again. They actually had sold, they had risen their quarterly production by 18% to 5,500 tons, and on a 9-month basis, that's up by 6%, just under 16,000 tons. But the quarterly sales are well down. They're just not selling it with a 61% fall on the quarter and 15% fall on the 9 months to just 8,400 tons. So they are intentionally holding back uranium yellowcake as they build the internal inventory. As a result, their cash costs and all-in sustaining costs are rising as well. So they've put out guidance that they will see some increase on both of those for the year from what they had projected at the beginning of the year. We're looking at all-in sustaining costs about something around $14 a pound, whereas they had thought it would be about 50 cents lower than that when they made the announcement early in the year. So that's a
bit of inventory storing up, isn't there, in uranium? If they're storing up, we know that Yellowcake are buying it like mad and just storing it up. Are we getting too much stored up? Is this thing going to become a technical issue in the market?
Yeah, it will eventually, I think, become a technical issue in the market because it clearly shows that the industry can produce more of a uranium yellowcake supply than otherwise the demand is out there for it. So that's not conducive to longer term prices, which is what they're really after.
I feel that sounds a little bit worrying, Paul. Are you worried?
I just am not that bullish on the sector overall just for these particular reasons right here. They can produce more with relative ease than what is otherwise saleable on long-term contracts.
I mean, the price did go shooting up above, $40, which certainly caught me off the hook. I don't deny the fact I've got that wrong. But I can't help but feeling that actually, that we could see the price slip back quite a long way. And obviously, Yellowcake did just make a huge placing the other day. And at the time, we did sort of say that was top of the market stuff. Anyway, let's see. What other news you got today, Paul?
We got the news out from AIM-quoted Power Metals that they are going to exercise the option to buy the Pilot Mountain Tungsten project, which AIM-quoted Thor Mining has had up for sale in Nevada for a couple of years now here. It's Pilot Mountain is a project valued in this deal at $1.8 million. It is a compliant tungsten resource at surface, which essentially has room for growth here if it just had enough exploration expenditure made on it. But Nevada has had less of a priority for Thor mining in recent years as they've been producing more Australian activity. So and Power Metal is looking for deals in particular where they can really add scope and scale for relatively small cost as part of their business model. So I think it's a better deal for both parties in this particular case.
Fair enough. I'm not going to argue with you, Paul. It is quiet out there. Anything else you want to mention?
just to say that Aluminium Bahrain came out with their quarterly statement of profits and so forth, and just absolutely blowing the socks off here. Profit levels are up just over 1,000% year on year because the aluminium business has been so strong over the past 12 months. So they really are just making excellent margins at the moment.
That is extraordinary. It's not one we've talked about. You hear much about Aluminium Bahrain, is it?
No, but it is the world's largest aluminium smelting firm outside of China, and it does have a London listing. It just doesn't get a lot of attention here because of its geography where it's located. Plus, it's not a primary listing; it's a secondary listing here. So.
Fair enough. That probably explains it. Very good, Paul. Thanks. Let's see if more news takes place later on in the week.
Very good. See you then.